Hello everyone, this is a Steven Universe theory video on how strong is Smoky Quartz. And as seen from her recent fight and recent 2 episodes so far, the fight with Jasper and also the fight with Jasper and the corrupted Gem Fusion, it seems to be that Smoky is a really powerful fusion. I'm not really sure who to compare her to right now, because I mean, she's only been in 2 episodes so far, so I don't want to, jump the gun here, or I don't want to underestimate her or overestimate her so much. I just want to, give my thoughts on how strong she is. Just from a quick thing, we know that Smokey is easily strong enough to fight against Jasper. Now, this is the same Jasper that we know that could go toe-to-toe with Garnet, and the same Jasper that we know that took down Amethyst in a fight, not once, but pretty much twice. So, and Smokey wasn't even really fighting Jasper, she was toying with her at best. And Jasper was getting really mad and real serious, and she still lost. So, Smokey, she is just unstoppable as a fusion right now. It's unbelievable, really, how fast she came in, and then just how fast she beat Jasper. Now I'm going to be going over this in 2 different ways. I'm going to go with the Amethyst part and then the Steven part, and see how Smokey deals with these 2 different characters and how she deals with their powers. With the Amethyst part, one thing I could say is it's weird enough that Amethyst was using her upgraded whips given from Bismuth. She was using those against Jasper, but when Smokey appeared, she only used the regular whip that Amethyst usually used, so it was pretty weird. But with this, I can conclude that there are 2 different types of yo-yos now. Her signature yo-yo that she used. The one that we know of, or as I like to call it, the toy version, pretty much, because it is just a yo-yo, but it does damage. And then the actual weapon version, because if she uses Steven's regular shield and then the upgraded whip, the one with the spikes, that means the yo-yo would also be spiky, so that would be an actual weapon and would do some damage. So it's basically like a chain ball, basically, as I can think of it. Also coming from Amethyst's part, she could probably light the yo-yo on fire. Yes, you heard me. She could light the yo-yo on fire, just how, Amethyst lights her whips on fire and all that stuff. So that means if Smokey did that, that means she would be able to light the yo-yo on fire and then pretty much have a fireball on a chain. That's really destructive and powerful. Now, I'm not sure if it also goes with the exploding feature. Probably. I'm not really too sure about that one. So, I mean, maybe it would make sense that she would get that part. Also with Amethyst, she would probably have the ability to shapeshift really well, since Amethyst is a master at shapeshifting. She would probably shapeshift into a better version or a stronger version of the Purple Puma, but in this case, since it's a fusion with Steven, it would probably be Purple Millionaire, so Tiger Millionaire and Purple Puma fuse in a way. So there's that. And the Spin Dash, she would also have it, and it would probably be stronger than Amethyst's regular one. I wouldn't say just as strong or even fast as Jasper's, but it would still be a stronger and faster version. And the last thing being from Amethyst's part, she could also use the yo-yo as a grapple, pretty much, because Amethyst's whip can grapple onto things, and she can throw heavy objects at her opponents. So she's basically like a Spider-Man if she knows how to use the yo-yos right, since she can perform multiple ones. 3 so far at most. Probably even more if she really wanted to. And not only that, I just remembered, or just now thought of it, I wouldn't be surprised if Smokey would be able to, use the yo-yos as like a helicopter, since she made a tornado with no problem, and using them as a helicopter would just be funny and befitting for her character. For Steven's abilities that Smokey gets, there's not too much, but we also know which ones that she would be able to get. Simple as that, we all know that she gets the classic shield that Steven has, and probably be able to increase the size of it like Steven sometimes can. But another thing is she would definitely be able to get Steven's usual protective bubble. She would get that, and since Steven did just realize he got a a more powerful version of the bubble, he can add spikes to it. It would make sense that she would be able to also use the spiked feature on the bubble. Probably something that I didn't notice until I actually did see it again, but Smokey does have Steven's float abilities, because within the first 40 seconds or so she was on screen, she jumped way high in the air and did kind of slowly fall down when she was making her yo-yo. So if she knows how to use physics right and the grapple feature, or the Spider-Man feature as I like to call it, she would be able to get major airtime with just swinging in the air, then using Steven's float ability. She would be able to pretty much fly, for that matter. Think about that, Smokey Quartz pretty much flying. And with the helicopter feature I just told you about, it has to be true. And then the last thing for Steven's usual battlefield powers is the Healing Kiss. I know that's not so much of a battlefield power since he doesn't use it in the middle of a battle, but it's still important to bring up. Would Smokey Quartz have it? Probably, but in all honesty, I have a feeling that the healing powers wouldn't really work so much with Smokey, and only for Steven. And only for Steven. Not just for, like, Smokey or anything, but it's, like, only Steven Rose. Reason why I say that is because, I don't know, it just seems just a bit too much to give Smokey every power, and sometimes Steven's, healing powers are fickle, as he even said himself in Steven vs. Amethyst. So, out of all the powers, I think this is the one power that Smokey wouldn't have. But if she did have it, I have a feeling that it wouldn't be as strong, or as Steven said, it would be very picky and fickle how it would work. Either it works, or it doesn't. Simple as that. And that's pretty much everything I could say about how strong Smokey Quartz is. She has all the abilities, or pretty much all the abilities, from Amethyst, lighting whips on fire, the grapple feature, many whips, a spiked whip, which would include a spiked yo-yo, a fireball on the chain, shape-shifting most likely, a spin dash, a stronger version, then with Steven's power, be able to use the shield, use the bubble, a spiked bubble, flying basically, or the float power, and maybe the healing factor. All of that, Smokey Quartz has all of that. She is a really powerful fusion, and I wouldn't be surprised if she ends up being like this fusion that could take down, I don't know, a 3 fusion Jasper or something. I don't know. But yeah, at the end of the day, Smokey is really powerful. But let me know what you guys think in the comments below. If you have any questions, comments, or concerns, I'll try to answer them the best I can. One Johnny Fenner for the channel would be greatly appreciated. Until then, bye.